It's a dream come true for many borrowers who have been struggling to cope with high interest rates on loans. And the doubt about whether the new law would apply to existing loans is now cleared, and yes, customers who are already servicing loans will also pay back the banks at the same interest as new borrowers.
So ours is really confirmed that we will pass the benefits as part of the industry commitment. We will not exceed more than 14.5%. Including old loans and existing loans.
On a million, each percentage point is worth about 10,000 shillings. If you're at 18.5 to 14.5, yeah.
It's a relief that financial analyst Ali Khansacho says will bolster the country's economic growth, but at the same time, he says it will have far-reaching consequences.
You know, we're considered a free market economy. We're considered, a go-to destination in Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa, and I think if we start playing around with this kind of legislation, it puts a warning sign out to international investors, and we saw that in the stock market. They're very heavily invested in the stock market. We have not seen falls like we saw Thursday, Friday and Monday, which were just falls in a straight line.
The announcement that the president had assented to the bill came when the market had closed on the 24th of August. The next day, there was a dramatic dip in nearly all banking stocks.
And it fell 26.81%. That fall from there to that.
Such a sharp decline.
It's such a sharp decline. I haven't seen that kind of reaction in the stock market since I've been back in the last 10 years. Yeah, there was a brutal, immediate reaction. We fell in some big banking stocks 30%, Thursday, Friday, Monday, a total of 30%, which is the maximum. It was close to the maximum that you can fall.
But the banks will have to adjust to the new normal, as none would like to be seen to be contravening the law.
People whoever invents the quickest digital bank is going to do very well, I would have thought.
And that may mean job cuts in the banks and even closure of some branches.
I mean, this is the private sector. If you make less profits, you typically have job cuts. So yes, I think you're going to see a lot of reinvention in the banking sector. And it will be around more automation, algorithmic banking.
The full import of the impact of the legislation will also be felt by small and medium enterprises and startups. Analysts say most banks will be reluctant to lend to them.
And I think the problem might be that banks will feel that 14.5% is not commensurate with the risk that they are being asked to take.
The new law, however, requires banks to also raise their interest on savings to a minimum of 7%, up from a low of 3% offered by various commercial banks. This a big win for savers. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Live at 9, Nairobi.